Well, I've already started my talk on what was it? What we resist persists. Boy, I'm going to try to move kind of quickly through this today. There's an article that I found, and again, Unity is publishing so many booklets right now, small little booklets. This one, I don't know if you can see it, The Heart of Healing. If you have not received that, go online and ask for your free copy, or you can go online and digitally download this. Beautiful, just 2-page articles. This is the kind of stuff I like to read. If you have it with you, I see Margie just has hers. It's on page 50, and it says, imagining my healing. And this is a woman that's talking about she just had heart surgery, and she's experiencing a lot of pain. She's home, but the healing process is extremely painful. She can't sleep. She can't get comfortable. And it's just unbearable. And then she realizes that she knows there's a spiritual tool to use. And that is to get her phone and download a meditation app where there's like all these affirmations coming to her. And she talks about how powerful, how it ended up relaxing her. And so there again, what she was resisting the pain, resisting the mind of going through the surgery again. She was resisting that she can't get comfortable. But it took her to get something else to divert her mind and attention in order for her to let go so the pain would not persist. I know for me, most of you know I have lower back issues. I actually have upper and lower back issues, but I have a real major one that's reared its head in the last several months. And my pain is at night, and it can be excruciating. Tylenol doesn't help, and I'm not going to take anything stronger than that, but it's just not having an effect. And I know that the more that I think about that pain, the more I have it. Anybody out there relate? Give me a thumbs up if that's the truth. And it's the same thing with anything. The more that we focus on it, the more it's going to come to us. And sometimes I just need to get up and I need to just go outside on my porch at 3:00 in the morning. The whole neighborhood is peaceful, and I just sit and I calm my mind, and then I can go back to sleep. So there's tools that we all know that we have, but when we're in the crux of it, sometimes it's really hard to remember to pick up those tools because I am so focused on the pain that's going on for me. I was reading as I picked this topic, I was reading that they said, an article that said, resistance is our tendency. It's not our nature to embrace pain physically or emotionally. It's not our nature. Well, I'd have to say I agree with that, wouldn't you? It's not our nature. So, our reptilian brain can kick in because it wants to run from danger. It wants to run from pain. And that has served us back in caveman days. You've heard me, I say this quite often. I refer to the reptilian brain a lot. That's that fear and flight. So we don't want to experience it. Who does? I don't like this, but it's my reality in this realm, in the human realm. It is my reality. I have pain in my back at night. Now, how can I overcome that? For those of you who have been studying Unity or been around Unity at all, Unity has 5 principles. That's it. Not 5 laws, not 5 doctrines. These are principles that we suggest that the kind of positive life you will have when you adhere to these principles. principle number 3, summarize it, is thoughts in mind produce after their kind. This is the same thing we're talking about here. That which we resist persists. So as much as I keep resisting what I don't like in my life, as much as I keep resisting this COVID-19 that I don't like in this world, as much as I resist political leaders and various governors and various decisions that are being made, or, oh my goodness, let me tell you, I went into Family Dollar store yesterday, right? And I go in with my mask. Whether I want to wear a mask or not, I'm going to wear a mask in public places because I feel that's just being considerate to the public. So it's not a matter of Kathy's opinion. It is a matter to me of the whole, what's better for the whole. So I go in there with my mask. The store is crowded. There's probably 10 people in line, and there's only 2 of us with masks on. Now, the cashier has a mask, right? But her mask is down here. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of that was, but I guess maybe that was supposed to help people feel secure. That's irrelevant to my story. What's going on is that, I'm noticing probably more than 50% of the people in line, 10 of us, 50% of them are not following 6-foot distancing. And the closer they get to the register, the closer they keep wanting to put their stuff on the, what do you call that? You know what I'm talking about, right? The rack where the cashier is going to scan your items, right? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you start to feel closed in. Well, I think that everybody unconsciously or subconsciously was feeling this this emotion, because the lady who was 3 people in front of me, she now got checked out. She had 3 kids with her. They leave. The next thing, she comes back in, no kids, but she's looking at the lady in front of me. Did you say something to my daughter? What'd you say to my daughter? You have no right to talk to her like that. And this woman's like, sweetheart, I didn't say anything to your daughter. Oh, that's not what she told me. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to get out of here, right? And I'm like, oh, and the lady who was being accused just kept saying, I want peace. I want peace. I just want to be peaceful. The lady finally gave up because there was nobody fighting back, and she left. And I was like, man, that which we resist persists. Now, if that woman would have started resisting back, what would have happened? It would have, oh yeah, the fight begins. I was ready. I knew where the door was, and I was going to leave my stuff and get out of there. I am not going to be in the middle of a fight in North College Hill. It is not happening. So I'm telling you, but it was like just affirming how we all are looking good on the outside, but inside there's these little time bombs that are just kind of waiting to go off. And it doesn't take much to boom, and off to the races we go. So being aware of what's catching us and the feeling of being attacked. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into this. Let me think a minute. There's 2 things I want to bring up. Okay, that we resist persist. Okay, here's a fun example. Now I need you all to participate. So is everybody present? All right, I need you to participate. I want you, Facebook audience and Zoom, I want you to not imagine a bear. Okay, got it? Okay, now don't think about a bear. What are you seeing? Isn't it crazy? No, send that bear off to a room. Quit thinking about the bear. Quit thinking about it. Is it gone? Isn't our mind crazy? It is crazy how we can do this to ourselves. There's another thing I want to bring up to you before I close today, and that is, and I probably will touch on this at another time, another talk, but any of you heard the statement, you spot it, you got it? This is a heavy statement, people. Okay, someone on Facebook was judging me. I had put a post out there. I had shared a post by Brene Brown. I love Brene Brown, and I love all her books that she writes. She speaks to my heart. And she was saying something about being brave and being vulnerable during this crisis. And I was sharing it because it rang true to me. And this person came back and attacked me and Brene Brown for being meat eaters. Now, little do they know that Michael and I have gone more vegetarian since the first of the year. This person doesn't know that. They don't need to know that. It's irrelevant. What I'm saying is, okay, so my initial reaction was, of course, how dare they? That only took a second. Then I went to, if you spot it, you got it. And it was like judgment. Okay. So what did I do? Now I'm pointing the finger back at that Facebook post and looking at them as, who are you to judge? What did I just spot in them? Judgment. If I spot it, then I've got it. That is not easy to accept. It is a very hard concept because I'm going to go, I don't judge people. I'm not judgmental. I'm just saying it what it is. Okay, Kathy, let's get real with yourself. Have you ever judged people? Be honest, Kathy. Yes. Do you still judge people? Well, not as often. But we do. If we're willing to really go and be honest critics of ourselves. Now, here's the beauty of this concept, right? Is, oh, Kathy, you look really good today. Well, thank you. Well, guess what that makes them? Beautiful too. So if I spot it in you, okay, like right now, I'm looking at Leslie Porter on the screen, and I'm just looking at her beautiful face. And I just want to say, Leslie, you look beautiful today. Now, here's the beauty of spot it, you got it, right? Oh, I must be beautiful today too. See, that's much easier to accept, isn't it? On the spot it, you got it. But when it's something negative, oh, I don't want to point the finger back at me. That person is a liar. Now, people, okay, I'm not getting political here. What I am getting is on the political arena. I don't care who it is. I don't care what party it is or no party. We're all very quick to yell at that screen and make a comment about them. And I surely don't want to say, as I called that person a name silently, that I got that in me. No way. All right, let's get real, Kathy. Have you ever been that way? Yeah, probably. I might have been that way in 5th grade with a kid that I didn't like, that wouldn't shut up, ran his mouth, always had an opinion about somebody. So what is it? I wouldn't recognize it. I wouldn't recognize it on that screen out there. I'm pointing to my big TV right now. I wouldn't recognize it in that if there wasn't an aspect of that in me or a former experience of that in me. This is not about judging ourselves and beating ourselves up. This is about really getting real and how quick we are to be the judge. And who are we to judge? What is I pulled it out because I wanted to quote it. Matthew 7:3-4. Why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but fail to notice the beam or the log in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take that speck out of your eye, while there is still a log in your own eye? If you spot it, you got it. So I'm saying that this is a big concept that maybe can start to help you bring peace. It doesn't mean you have to agree with what that person is saying out there. It doesn't mean I needed to agree with the judgment statement that was said of me and Brene Brown. And years ago, this person also included Martha Creakin on that one and had various names to call us. It doesn't mean I have to accept that. See, I'm not saying to be a doormat, but I am saying that I can unfollow that person. You all know you can do that on Facebook, right? You can unfollow or delete their contact. But I'm going to say, don't delete or unfollow until you've done your work. I needed to keep seeing that post so I could keep seeing it until I saw it with no judgment. That's when I knew I had taken the log out of my own eye. That making sense? Let me see some thumbs up if this is making sense. Yes. So this is how we have peace, people. Love it. This is how we get more peace. And this is probably the biggest thing I love about unity. Unity is about making each and every one of us responsible for our peace and being responsible for our pain. And we get to choose. We don't depend on unity. We don't depend on Reverend Kathy. We don't depend on Reverend Tom or Reverend Sandy, because the three reverends here at Unity of Garden Park are going to say, look at you. Go within. It has to be your truth, not Kathy's truth. And that's what I love about unity. And next week's title is, what did I say it's going to be? Let me think. I said, what is the unity way? Because I've seemed to have heard this several times this week. Well, that's not the unity way. And I'm thinking to myself, really? I didn't know there was a unity way other than love and compassion. I love this place and I love you all. And I don't know if we're able to put the affirmation for the week on the screen or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it to you. I'll read it twice, and then we'll try to read it together in segments, okay? Here's the affirmation for the week that I want you to hold on to. I am enough. I am enough. When I claim that, there is nothing to resist. And I allow the flow of divine love and divine order. That I'm claiming that as Kathy Engelhardt's quote. All right, we're going to say it in segments. I'll say it in segments. I am enough. Let's say that. I am enough. When I claim that, there is nothing to resist. There is nothing to resist. And I allow the flow And I allow the flow of divine love and divine order. Divine love and divine order. And so it is. Namaste. That Christ's presence in me to each and every one of you, wherever you are on this planet tuning in, truly know that I honor and see that divine Christ nature in each and every one of you. Namaste.